This is a short video on how to set up your violin or viola using your shoulder rest. Shoulder rests, most of them that I will give you have feet on them that are foldable, and they also turn. You want to make sure that they turn where the hooks are turn in. They're also adjustable. So if your shoulder rest is too tight or too loose, you can just move them over and loosen them or tighten them. They're also adjustable in another way. These are called the feet. If you have a longer neck, you can unscrew them and make the shoulder rest longer. Now you notice that there's a curve in the shoulder rest. Let me back up a little bit. There's a higher part and a lower part. The lower part is what goes on your shoulder right under your ear. On most of yours, I have marked that with a orange or a blue dot, and also an orange or a blue dot on your instrument. I don't know why, but students always or frequently put their shoulder rest on backwards. That's why I put the color coding there. So I'm gonna match the orange dot up to the orange dot. I have the feet. Hook it on there. Now see, these feet are crooked. I'm going to have to straighten them out. And use these fingers to pull it tightly. At this point, you notice that the curve is under the chin rest. And I can adjust it some. I can move it around some, however I want. That's fairly comfortable for me. Some people don't like shoulder rests, and they may opt to use a regular sponge. This is just a household sponge, and it has a rough part and a smooth part. I would put the smooth part close to the instrument, the rough part close to my shirt, so that it gives it some friction, and you just use a rubber band to attach it. It's fairly easy. There's also some sponges that are commercially made, like this one, that are just shaped. Once again, the thinner part will go under your ear. Same thing. I bought a few of these this year. I've never used them before. They have some kind of adhesive so that you can take them on and off your instrument. So if you find that you're having trouble getting comfortable with your instrument, I may need to meet with you and come up with an alternative to the shoulder rest I gave you. I have a few different kinds that you could try. And like I said, some people prefer to just cut a sponge. I don't use a shoulder rest, but it's for a strange reason. I used to use one. I used one when I was a beginner, but my college professor was very old-fashioned, and a long time ago he was taught to not use shoulder rest, so he forced me to learn to use one, not use one. So I just use a sponge to keep it from sliding. But I really think for most people, a shoulder rest is a way to go. And if you don't have a shoulder rest, you're going to tend to be afraid you're going to drop the instrument. And so you're going to do some weird things with your hand. Instead of having your hand open, you're going to do this. And you're more likely to hurt your neck if you don't use a shoulder rest. So I encourage it, but I don't insist on it.